welcome to Brahma Fitness. I'm Sarah. We're going to do a Pilates session today. If you've not done Pilates before, it's worth having a quick look at the introduction video that's on our channel first of all. If you have, fantastic, let's get going. So zip your feet together, turn your toes out to 10 to 2, bring your heels behind your toes, bring your hips into a neutral position, stand up tall. Let's start just warming up with some shoulder rolls. Set up for our workout today. Hope you're feeling good. Hopefully you'll feel better after this. Just give me one more shoulder roll and then you're going to reach over to the side, stand it up tall, alternating sides. Exhale as you reach over, inhale as you bring it back up. Give me one more to each side. Last one. You bring your hands into prayer position. You're going to rotate around to one side, bring it back to centre. Just warming up through that spine, through your upper body. Make sure that your hips aren't moving. You're facing forwards throughout. You're going to do one more for me. Relax your arms to the side. We're just going to do a few shallow squats. Normally where everyone's knees, hips, ankles, shoulders all have a bit of a creak, showing it's important to warm up first. One more here. Lovely. Okay, we're going to start with a roll down. It's a little bit more warming up as well. So stand at the end of your mat if you're using one. If you're not, just make sure you've got enough space in front of you because we're going to walk out into a plank. So you stand up nice and tall, remembering that neutral stance to start. Chin on your chest, rolling it down, keeping that chin tucked in. Walk it out into a plank position or just as far as you can if you can't get into the full plank. Walk it back up, tuck your chin in, roll it back up again. Going again. Possibly shouldn't have done this right next to the wall. Into your plank. And back up again. Really helping warm up that spine a bit more, lengthen out the back of your legs. Warm up them shoulders, help strengthen those up. And of course, using that core throughout. As you're walking up and back, try not to wiggle your hips too much. Using your core and your shoulders a lot more. Keep that chin tucked in as you roll up and as you roll down. Don't worry if you need to bend your knees to get your hands to the mat. Hopefully over time you'll be able to get that bit lower and a bit lower until eventually you can touch the floor without bending your knees. So we're going to do one more. And then once you get into your plank position, you're going to hold it there. So hold in that plank, nice and strong. Your hands are underneath your shoulders. If you've got problems with your wrists and that's too sore, take it down onto your elbows. If you're struggling to hold the full plank, drop your knees. As long as you've got a long line from your shoulders down to either your ankles or your knees, and that's where you need to be. Try and keep your head in line with your spine so you're not dropping it down. Obviously I have to kind of twist mine over to look at the camera. Nice big deep breaths as you're holding. Few more seconds here. Drop it to your knees. Quick push back into child's pose. And then we're going to go back into the plank. We're going to add a leg raise. So into your chosen plank position, whether that's on your elbows or on your wrists, you're going to lift and lower one leg at a time. So you're not moving your hips. If you're on your knees, lifting your knee up, alternating sides each time, really focusing on keeping them hips where they are. core's got to work really hard to make sure it's not moving around in your upper body. Exhale on each lift. You're going to do 2 more. And drop to those knees again. Quick push back. Okay, bringing yourself now up into a tabletop position. So here your hands are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips. You shouldn't be able to see your feet as you look through your legs. So making sure we're all in a line, a neutral position for your hips as well. From here, you're going to take one arm and the opposite leg. I'm going to have to move myself. I'm kicking the wall there. Out. You're then going to take your arm out and your leg out. So you've got a diagonal line from your toe to your hand. Bring it back to center. Bring it down. And take it back up again. Out. If you want to make it that bit harder, don't place it down on the mat and instead bring your knee in and your arm together. Nice and controlled. Use that core to keep you nice and stable. And keep your neck in line with your spine. Might be feeling it in that shoulder as well. Keeping you stable. Keeping you upright. You're going to do 2 more on this side, and then we're going to switch sides. Last one. Bring it down. Lovely. Okay, going on to the opposite side. So opposite arm and leg out, into that X, bring it down, or bring it together. As you can see, I can't really move this arm as much. But just using the space you've got. Bring that arm back. Use that concentration, making sure you're not moving your back around, keeping it nice and still. Just do 1 more for me. Sit it back, just take your pressure off your arms and your wrists for a moment. I'm going to go back into your tabletop position. I'm going to do a donkey kick. So hands underneath your shoulders again, knees underneath your hips. You're going to take one leg up, keep it bent. You're going to push it towards the ceiling, bring it down. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. Make sure your hips aren't moving around. Imagine you're deepening the crease in your bum, getting that foot up towards the ceiling. And glutes working, really nice peachy bum. Use that breath. Nice and controlled. Give me 2 more. can do, press pause or catch up. Once you've had your rest, don't rest for too long if you can help it. You're using that core to keep your upper body nice and still. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. This is your last one. And relax. Excellent. Sit yourself back and you're going to take yourself round and down onto the mat. So legs out nice and long. Arms by your side. From here, you're going to bring one arm and the opposite leg up, just as far as you can, taking it back down. Switching sides each time. Don't worry if you can't come up as far as me, absolutely fine. If you want to make it harder, keep your underneath leg off the floor. Exhale as you come up, inhale as you look. Nice and controlled movement. Try not to jerk yourself up off the mat. I'm going to lower my feet back down because I felt that I was starting to jerk that movement in order to get myself off the mat. It's better to modify and be able to do the exercise correctly rather than trying to go for the harder option and potentially injuring yourself. We've got 3 more, so 1 more on each side now. Relax it there. Excellent. Well done. Okay, we're going to go from here into a reverse crunch. So taking your feet off the mat into a tabletop position, or if you prefer having straight legs, you're going to lift your bum off the floor and lower it back. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. If you want to make it harder, add that leg extension in as well. If you're adding the leg extension, make sure you're not using the momentum to get yourself up off the mat at the top. Nice and controlled, rather than lots of fast movements, really concentrating on that muscle group, slowing the movement down. I'm going to do 2 more. Last one. And relax. Place your hands down, not your hands down, your feet down. You're going to bring this time your hands either to your temple or just behind your head. You're going to take those feet back into a tabletop position. You've got a few options here. You can lift up and across and bring your knee up as your modification. Alternatively, take those feet up. You're going to do a full crisscross each side. Extending one leg out as you rotate up towards the opposite knee. Nice and controlled. Exhale as you reach over. Inhale as you bring it back. Imagine that you're trying to get your opposite shoulder to that knee. It's going to get you that proper rotation. If you need to drop your knees or drop your feet, sorry, at any point, that's fine. Again, it's better to modify than to struggle with the harder option. We're going to do 2 more on each side. Last one to each side. And lower it down. Have a quick stretch. Arms out, legs out. Okay, bring your knees back up. Going into a curl up now. So either keep your feet where they are, and we're going to curl up and bring it down. Exhale as you curl up, inhale as you bring it down. Alternatively, you can make it harder by bringing those knees up as well. Make sure you're keeping your eye line to the ceiling. Imagine you're pulling your ribs to your hips. You're not just pulling your neck up off the floor. If you find your lower back's pulling, then either bring your knees a little bit closer or place them on the floor so you're not risking damaging your lower back. Last one for me. And relax it there. Okay, so we're going to do similar movement with your upper body as we did in our crisscross. And you're going to go up and over opposite sides. So working into an oblique curl up. Getting down them sides again. Again, if you want to make it harder, take your knees, or take your feet off the mat, should I say. You're not taking your knees off the mat. Reaching up and over. Keeping your elbows out to the side in your peripheral vision. Making sure you're really rotating round each time. Keeping your hips on the floor. It's just that upper part of your upper body that's moving. Exhale as you rotate up and across. Inhale as you bring it back. Again, if you need to place your feet on the floor, that's absolutely fine. Don't feel like because you started with them up, you need to keep them up. Modify as you need to. Listen to your body. One more to each side. And place your feet back on the floor. You're going to straighten out your legs. So we're going to go into a straight leg, single leg stretch. You're going to bring one leg up in the air. You're going to grab it either behind the top part of your leg or up here towards the top. So if you can, bring your top half of your body off the mat as well, but it's going to put too much strain on your neck, you can stay on the mat. So from here, little pull towards you, switch your legs. Nice and controlled each time. Little pull and a breath, switch your legs over. Keeping that underneath leg off the mat if you can, that's the advanced version. pull. Keep your upper body up as much as you can. Exhale and pull. Helping strengthen and lengthen this one. Keeping your knees straight as you can, but I appreciate you might need that little bend in your knee, and again if you need to take down to the mat and hold your legs a little bit further towards the top of your leg, then that's fine as well. Give me one more to each side. Relax it there. Lovely. Okay, from here we're going to do our knee drops. You're going to take your arms out to the side, your shoulders are going to stay planted. You're going to take your knees up in the air and you're going to drop them to one side, keeping your shoulders on the floor. You're then going to really use that core to pull your feet back up to centre before dropping to the opposite side. A lovely little stretch on your back, but really using that core to pull those legs back up to the centre each time. Make sure your shoulders are staying planted. Doesn't matter how far you go, as long as your shoulders stay on the floor. If you can get your knees down to the mat, fantastic. Don't worry if you can't. Exhale as you drop those knees. Inhale as you bring it back. Do one more to each side. Last one. Bring it up and relax it there. Take your feet out and your hands by your side. You're going to go into a roll up. So you're going to come up as far as you can. If you can come up to the top, you're going to reach over before sitting up tall and rolling back down. Don't worry if you can't come to the top of the mat or to sit up tall. Everyone's different. Just take it to your level. It might be that sometimes you can do these, sometimes you can't. It might be that your core's just a bit fatigued. Making sure that you start, before you start your roll back down, you're sitting up nice and tall. Controlling it going down. The slower you go down, the harder it is. I'm sure I'm moving down my mat. Is that roll? Set myself up. So tilting from the hips and really rolling down through that spine, feeling each vertebrae as you roll back. And feel each vertebrae leave as you come up to the top. this your last one, and you're going to finish at the top. So come up to the top safely. If you struggle to do it in your roll up, quick stretch forward, sit yourself up, take yourself around into a cobra stretch just to finish off, stretching through the front of that body. Well done today. I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you feel good. Have a look at some of the other videos. Join us again another day. Plenty of other options. Quick child's pose to finish off. Lovely. Sit yourself up. Again, thank you for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed it. Share your pictures, share your comments, let us know how you get on, or how you got on, and if you enjoyed it. Hopefully you did, and hopefully we'll see you again for another video.